You've heard the promise. Live long enough, and science will start adding years to your life faster than you age. They call it longevity escape velocity, and the headlines say it's almost here. But here's the question nobody's asking. What if the real threat to your retirement isn't a miracle that lets you live to 150? What if it's the far more boring reality that you quietly live to 97? First, the dream, because it's intoxicating. The idea is simple. Every year, medicine advances. Every year, it buys back some of the time you just spent. And if it ever buys back more than a full year for every year that passes, you hit a kind of biological event horizon. Your life expectancy runs away from you faster than you can age. Futurists promise it by 2026. Investors are told to prepare for the forever career and the infinite portfolio. It sounds like the most important financial event in human history. So let's check the math against reality. For the last 160 years, the life expectancy of the longest-lived country on Earth has climbed in an almost perfectly straight line. Not a rocket. A ramp. And the slope of that ramp is about a quarter of a year, roughly 3 months, for every calendar year that passes. 3 months, not 12. Longevity escape velocity needs that number to cross a full year and keep climbing. We're at 1/4 of the threshold. And according to the demographers who drew that line, it isn't speeding up, it's bending down. But don't take the skeptics' word for it. Take the optimists. Ray Kurzweil, the futurist who popularized this whole idea, says that right now, science gives you back about 4 months a year. Not a full year. He puts the real tipping point in the early 2030s, at the earliest. And in 2024, a landmark study in Nature Aging went further, calling radical life extension this century, quote, implausible. Their projection? Under current trends, only about 15% of women, and 5% of men, will even reach 100. The miracle is not scheduled for 2026. And the breakthroughs themselves? Here's the honest tier list. Metformin, the diabetes drug, cut all-cause mortality by 36% in diabetics. The trial to test it as an anti-aging drug in healthy people hasn't even reported. Senolytics, which clear out worn-out cells, have only been shown to reduce those cells in small human pilots, not to extend a single human life. Rapamycin is a superstar in mice, and, quote, insufficient to affirm or negate in humans. Cellular reprogramming is breathtaking in a petri dish. And the stubborn ceiling on human lifespan still sits right around 120. So here's where most videos would tell you to relax. I'm going to tell you the opposite. Because forgetting about living to 150 doesn't get you off the hook. It sharpens the real risk. You do not need a miracle to run out of money. You just need to be ordinary. You just need to be one of the millions of people who quietly, unremarkably, live longer than their plan ever assumed. Here's the problem hiding in plain sight, that famous 4% rule, the one that says you can safely pull 4% of your savings a year. It was built on a 30-year retirement, 30 years. Retire at 65, planned at 95, done. But stretch that retirement to 40 years, and the safe withdrawal rate falls. The researcher who studied this most closely puts it closer to 3.7%. On a $1 million portfolio, that's the difference between $40,000 a year and $37,000. $3,000 gone every single year, just because you lived longer. And living longer is not a long shot. A 65-year-old today has a very real chance of reaching 90, and a meaningful chance of reaching 95. For a married couple, the odds that at least one of you sees 95 are higher still. That's why serious planners no longer plan to your average life expectancy. They plan to 95, sometimes 100. Not because they expect a miracle, but because planning to the average means a coin flip chance of outliving your money. And that is the one outcome you cannot recover from. Now add the part nobody wants to say out loud. Living longer costs more, and not just in groceries. Fidelity estimates that a single 65-year-old retiring today will spend about $172,000 on healthcare over retirement. A couple, more than double that. And that figure does not include long-term care. The median cost of a private room in a nursing home is now over $127,000 a year. Medicare doesn't cover it. Every extra year of life is another year this meter keeps running? So put it together, the science won't make you immortal. But ordinary longevity, plus a rising healthcare bill, quietly stretches your retirement past the money that was supposed to fund it. And survey after survey finds the same thing. A retiree's number one fear isn't death, it's outliving their money. The boring version of longevity is exactly how that fear comes true. Here's the good news. This risk is not a mystery, and it is not unbeatable. You can't control when longevity escape velocity arrives, but you can build a plan that survives, whether you live to 75 or 105. 5 moves. None of them require a crystal ball. Move 1. Change the number you plan to. If your spreadsheet ends at 85, you are planning to be surprised. Rerun it to 95, even 100. Yes, the required savings goes up. But it is far better to find that gap now, while you still have time and income to close it, than to discover it at 88, when you have neither. Plan for the life you might get, not just the one you'll probably get. Move 2. Delay Social Security. This is the cheapest longevity insurance in existence, and almost nobody uses it. For every year you wait past your full retirement age up to 70, your benefit grows by about 8%, permanently, and adjusted for inflation. Wait from 67 to 70, and you lock in roughly 24% more, guaranteed for the rest of your life. And the longer you live, the more that decision pays off. It is a bet that gets better the more you need it to. Move 3. Turn part of your savings into a paycheck you can't outlive. That's what lifetime income annuities actually do. They pool your longevity risk with thousands of other people, so the ones who die early quietly subsidize the ones who live long. It feels strange, but it's exactly the protection you want. The goal is an income floor, Social Security, plus a little guaranteed income that covers your essentials no matter how long you live or what the market does. Move 4. Don't get too safe. Over a retirement that might last 40 years, the sneakiest risk isn't a crash. It's inflation quietly halving your purchasing power. A portfolio that's all cash and bonds feels safe and slowly loses. Keep a real allocation to growth, with a cash buffer so you're never forced to sell in a downturn. And move 5. Fund your health span. The cheapest way to survive that healthcare bill is to need less of it. Every year of health you protect is money you don't spend, and time you actually get to enjoy. So here's the truth about longevity escape velocity. Don't plan your money around a miracle that may never arrive on schedule. Plan it around the version of longevity that's already here. The ordinary, quiet kind that outlasts a plan built for 30 years. Rerun your number to 95. Delay that Social Security check. Build the runway before you need it. Because the goal was never just to live longer, it was to never run out of runway while you do.